Welcome to Classified Courage, a place where hidden heroes rise from silence, and ordinary moments reveal extraordinary strength. Today's story will leave you breathless, emotional, and full of respect for the unseen warriors who walk beside us every single day. This is not just a story about a fight, it's about the power of calm in chaos, and how one woman turned trauma into courage. Her name was Riley Cross. The sun had already melted into the ocean, leaving streaks of amber and violet across the horizon. The city pulsed with life, horns blaring, laughter spilling from open restaurant doors, the smell of salt and fried food drifting through the air. Down the boardwalk, a gentle wind tugged at paper napkins and loose clothing. Among the crowd walked Riley, blending perfectly into the rhythm of the evening. Jeans, sneakers, a faded blue hoodie, grocery bag in hand, nothing about her caught attention. And that's how she preferred it. But inside that calm exterior lived a lifetime of storms. Years ago, Riley was part of SEAL Team 12, one of the most elite units in naval history. She had jumped from helicopters into freezing seas, swum miles through black water, and survived operations no one would ever hear about. She knew what it meant to drown and to rise again. She knew how fear sounded, the quiet, trembling breath before battle. Yet here she was, living in silence. A civilian, a ghost among the living. Her mission now was simple: buy food, pay bills, survive another day without remembering too much. She turned down a narrow alley, one she'd used dozens of times, quiet, short, usually safe. But tonight was different. 3 men stepped from the shadows. Their faces were hard, their voices sharp. Wallet and phone. The words were flat, practiced, mechanical, the tone of people who'd done this before. Riley's body didn't freeze, it calculated. Distances, angles, shadows, exits, everything her mind had been trained to assess in a second. She lifted her hands slowly. I don't want trouble. But they moved closer, smelling fear like sharks smell blood. The tallest one sneered, grabbing her wrist. The touch, rough, sudden, pulled something deep from her memory. The grip of a captor during training, the suffocating water, the voice yelling, hold your breath or die. Her eyes changed. Calmness replaced fear. Every breath slowed. Her heart beat in rhythm, not with panic, but with focus. Then, the third man lunged, hand wrapping around her throat. The world narrowed. The sound of laughter from the street grew distant. Riley's mind flashed with underwater drills, drowning, waiting, surrendering to calm instead of panic. Panic was death. Calm was control. She relaxed her body, watching her attacker's confusion grow. He expected struggle, but her stillness unnerved him. Her eyes locked on his, cold, unflinching. Predatory. He flinched. She moved. A blur of motion and precision. Her hips twisted, her shoulder dropped, and her elbow drove hard into his ribs. The air left his lungs before he hit the ground. The next man came fast. She caught his wrist, turned, and snapped him down by his own momentum. A palm strike to the throat, a sweep of the legs, and he collapsed beside the first. The tall one swung wide, shouting curses, but Riley was already beneath his guard. One deep inhale, one strike. He hit the ground, gasping. But from behind, a fourth man appeared, one she hadn't seen. A rope tightened around her neck. Her body jerked backward, the world spinning, vision fading. She felt her airway close, her pulse pounding. But deep inside, she remembered the words of her SEAL instructor. When the world takes your air, control your fear. You don't need air, you need calm. She closed her eyes. The man growled, pulling harder, but she felt no panic. Her body went loose, her mind sharpened. Then, with one sudden turn, she spun, dragging him forward with the rope, using his own force against him. He stumbled. She pivoted, wrapped the rope around his arm, and rolled him to the ground in one clean motion. He gasped as she pinned him, knee on his chest, rope around his wrist, eyes wide with terror. The others, bruised and dazed, froze. What are you? One whispered. Riley's voice was low, steady. Retired Navy SEAL. Silence. Fear replaced arrogance. They scrambled to their feet and ran, stumbling into the night. Riley sat back, breathing in the rhythm that had saved her life so many times. In through the nose, hold, out through the mouth, steady, measured, human again. Then she heard it, a small sound behind a dumpster. A boy's voice. Are you okay? A teenager stepped out, thin, trembling, his eyes full of awe. I saw everything, he whispered. You didn't even panic. Riley smiled faintly. Panic never helps. He nodded slowly. My sister was attacked once. Nobody helped her. You're like a superhero. Her chest tightened. I'm not a hero, she said quietly. Just someone who remembers how to breathe. The boy looked down, then picked something up from the ground, a small, frayed SEAL team patch. He handed it to her. You dropped this. Riley froze. That patch had followed her everywhere, a ghost of who she was. Maybe, the boy said softly,